think the Washington waste ended with this GSA guy in the hot tub? That was one of my favorites. Well, think again. The Department of Energy spending $21 million on high-priced conferences in 1 year, including Super Bowl parties and casino nights. To Nomiki Konst, who says, you know, in the scheme of things, it's just peanuts. Calm down. Good to have you, Nomiki.
Thanks for having me.
It's a lot of money, though.
It is a lot of money, and it's taxpayer money. And you know what? These agencies should be aware of how it looks to the public.
But they're apparently not.
But they're not. They're one-track mind, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I think the intention was to use this discretionary money to, create some sort of collaborative environment for the employees of the Energy Department. The problem is, as the Inspector General said, you should pay attention to how this looks to the public because it is taxpayer money.
And again, it happens again and again and again.
Yeah.
And there is this little side detail: we don't have money.
Yeah, right. You're right. But, employees do need to learn how to get along with each other. I mean, conferences are very common. They're common.
Why is that important? We don't get along with anyone here.
Is that, you don't have a Fox conference, no Christmas party?
Hate everybody.
How much do you spend on your Christmas party?
Tens of dollars, but it's my money. It's my money. What I always tell people is if I'm going to get gifts and all, it's going to be from me.
Yeah.
And my money, my wallet.
So.
These guys are doing the big on your money. I don't care if they do it on your money, but my money. You know what I mean? That's not right.
You're right. I mean, should they have Christmas parties? Yes. And there are government buildings that have been open for them to have these events.
Go to an Olive Garden. Go to an Olive Garden. Have at it. All chip in.
There are a lot of government officials.
And there are a lot of Olive Gardens.
There are.
All right, but here's the thing, and people always say, and I know you've told me in the past, this kind of stuff is small in the scheme of things, and you're absolutely right. But since we've been looking at government waste, remember the old days, long before you were born, with Senator Proxmire and the Golden Fleece Award, it has really piled up to a lot of money. This is we have this pan we can show since, I think, early 90s, and looking at the effect of these various programs. I mean, we got the $3 million study, effects of alcohol on monkeys. Apparently it makes them drunk. And 387 grand on Swedish massages for rabbits. The rabbits loved it. And I could go on, but cumulatively, as we rightfully do this, you know what we're talking about? Over $300 billion.
That's a lot of massages.
Since the early 90s. It's a lot of massages.
Yeah, I want some of those massages. It's no fair. No, I mean,
you can have them, but I'm not going to pay for it. That's $12 billion. And people are looking at, Neil, you're talking over, a 20-plus year period. Calm down. But, when you don't have the money, you don't have the money. All I know is these costs add up, and if we were to address them, get rid of them, then we might not have to be looking at some of the things that compromise, our safety or the other
Perhaps, but, who do we do? What do we do? Do we
don't
call
do
our
any of it.
So, but who do we tell? Who's overseeing this? Inspector General has definitely come down hard on these agencies for this crazy spending. And some of these studies, they do have a purpose.
They have no purpose. You ever see the shrimp on the treadmill?
No, I haven't seen that one.
I love that
one.
Can
they do that one?
Yeah, I don't know how much.
I didn't know they had legs.
You and me both. But I just look. There's nothing wrong with exploring stuff and all. And maybe if we had a lot of money to do, I'm happy to ponder it. But it's like when I hear things like strategic investing, you have to have money to invest.
Well, I still feel that if we had the money, if we weren't spending the money on wars, if we weren't spending the money, I don't know, on some of our government spending, some of the Social Security is high. I will admit that. We would be able to fund these.
Well, get rid of this crap. Get rid of this crap. Get rid of this guy, the clown. Remember him and the guy in the tub? Now, this guy was spooky because he belongs in Stephen King movies.
Right.
He doesn't belong. He doesn't belong working with the government and helping the General Services Administration put out a video.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I agree.
And I think nothing wrong against costumes. Who doesn't like it?
Maybe your next speech should be in clown costume. Just show up one day on Friday.
Trust me. People are saying it's just a matter of minutes. But here's where I'm saying, and I know you and I disagree on whether, you're right about money on wars, money on that, but we have to start showing more discretion. I know you and I got into this about infrastructure and all this, and I said, we spent $100 billion on this stuff through fees and everything. And you say it's not enough, and I say, well, there's a lot of waste in that. You say, well, we got to commit more money to it. And even when I tell you a good percentage of that money is going to be wasted and never go to the infrastructure, you say, well, that's just the price of progress.
The price of progress is the price of safety. Roads need to be safe. That costs money.
I agree with you. But the money doesn't go there. It doesn't go there.
But it does go there.
It doesn't go there. $100 billion a year we spend on this stuff, and tolls and fees and gas taxes and state taxes. And now we're saying, well, we need more money. I don't disagree with it. But yeah, isn't that interesting? Isn't that it? $100 billion isn't enough. So what I'm saying is, can we at least account for the money we spent before we threw more money? I'm the first to agree with you. I mean, they had the same crews working by my house. They're now the grandkids of the same crews working work on it. And I'm with you. We're obviously, pissing a lot of this money away, pardon my French, but I think that we got to keep better track of this, or we're just going to compound the sin.
I think that's something that both the left and the right will agree on.
No, you don't agree with it. You
I think that we need to hold things. I mean, listen, accountability is my thing, and I think that we should hold our politicians
accountability
accountable.
is not your thing.
It is.
You only say that Republicans are the ones who aren't accountable.
Well, both the left and the right should be held accountable, and the people writing the checks
Who's more to blame right now?
You know who's more to blame.
Barack Obama.
No. Congress,
of course. See, not so fair, not so balanced. All right, Namiki, thank you very, very much. But maybe we get her that shrimp on the
shrimp on a treadmill.
It's the wildest thing.
Is it?
It is the wildest.
Is it tempura shrimp?
I don't know, because this thing, I don't want to eat it because I'm afraid it will run around in my stomach.